Hey guys, Ponzu Sauce here, and I'm back with another texture pack tour. This time we're taking a look at Equanimity by Filmjolk. This is supposed to be a 3D model type texture pack, so we're going to be taking a little bit longer of a look at some of the textures, because we like 3D. 3D is awesome. This texture pack is in 32-bit. And we're going to take a look at some of the growth stages here. Got some growth going on with the vegetation. Got the carrots and the wheat. Nice subtle looking wheat. Got the stems for the pumpkins and melons. The nether wart. The shading on these things is perfect. It's just enough to make it pop. I am getting a tiny bit of lag. This is going to be fairly resource intensive of a pack, I think. It is only 32-bit. So let's take a look. Do we have any popping out? Not quite. No, not the bookcases. Alright, let's move on. Got the ender chest. The music blocks. I like the beacons. The beacons look pretty cool. Got all the types of armor. Got the enchanting table. I like the bookshelves. The bookshelves are super, like, nice and smooth, you know? Got all the brewing stuff in there. I like the dead plant. That's a nice dead plant. Not too often that we see something that's super crazy or awesome. So we've got some custom tools. Nice shading on them. Got the buckets, and they're actually slightly animated if you look. They're all very slightly animated. Got the custom hose. Axes. Oh, there's variation. A lot of variation between the stages of axes. Shovels. Let's take a look at the mob heads. Oh no. Looks like maybe we're going to be a little bit disappointed with mobs. They look like they were default. Alright, so we have the regular chest here and the trap chest. You can tell that it's a trap chest because there's a tiny bit of red underneath the buckle, underneath the latch. Got the furnace. We don't really have any custom UI, so that's all good. I really like these trapdoors. It's a nice little, and they're super 3D. Look at that. They pop right out. It's pretty nice. See if there's any types of foods. I kind of wish that the cake had those cherries popping out the top. That would be pretty cool. Let's see if we can get into the biome rooms. Take a look at the stained glass super quick. There's very subtle differences between the shades of stained glass. Alright, let's get into the Savannah. Looks like everything is pretty much retextured, maybe just not the mobs. Got the acacia wood all along. We have some retextured fire. Got the same sheep, same cow. Got the crafting table. Redstone lamps. Let's go into the roofed forest. It's a fairly realistic texture right here with the dark oak. Oh my goodness, look at that. You see the wood pop? That's great. That's what 3D means. It pops right out of there. That looks really cool. Nice little effect. Got all the custom. Everything is custom. It looks like everything has been done. Oh, look at those torches. Those are an interesting take on torches. Usually we see flame. you know, but it doesn't have to be flame. This is a little lantern type thing. It's oh, I didn't see that. All right, so you can see the tops and this. Oh my goodness, look at how detailed those look now. You can see everything just popping right out. Oh man, I didn't even see this before. Why did I not see this in the first room? Wasn't as apparent, I guess. Got the pillow on the bed popping right up. So this is what 3D means, huh? Let's head into the Birch Forest. See what it has in store for us. Got the flowers. Got the jack-o'-lantern. I somewhat want that jack-o'-lantern to be popping out at me, but I'm slightly disappointed. I kind of wish it was popping out like the rest. So we got the birch, it's popping just like the dark oak. I think the ender chest doesn't have that depth to it, that pop to it, like the crafting table. Not quite. Let's go into the jungle. What do we have in the jungle? Ooh. I like the mossy type stone and cobble. It's fairly nice. Got the jungle wood. Again, it pops. These are the other types of jungle wood that you can make. Fences are pretty nice as well. They pop. Got the melons. The vines. What do we have up next? We have the Tyga. Tyga, alright, so this is looking pretty nice. We've got the spruce trees, they look kind of shaggy. Got everything's custom, everything's redone. Oh, except for the dogs. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see mobs that are retextured in this pack. That's a little bit creepy that the slabs, these are spruce slabs. They're totally popping out of the floor. Oh, was that just shade? It's a little bit odd, like they were completely different colors, but I think it was just shade. Alright, so we'll take a little bit better of a look at the fire here. It's pretty cool. Does the brick pop? The brick pops, definitely. Yes, you can see it right there. It's pretty cool. Got some chickens. Nope, no new chickens. This is the clay, and that's the sand. Nice water going on. That chest popping out like that is really great. Let's head on. I'm sure that this would be a lot better with shaders and stuff like that. I'm running unmodded, just to give you guys a look at what it looks like without any alterations. Alright, so we see everything. This is all the spruce wood. Everything has that 3D look to it. Except for the cauldron. Cauldron and the pot are kind of just, you know, hanging out. Got the, that's the ladder. Let's see if we have some custom. Yes, we have some custom. It's very subtle. They kind of took a little bit out of the slime block. Usually it has a little bit of design on there, but they took that away. Oh, the slime. Kind of not quite dripping, but it wants to. Alright, so we're in the desert now. Got the reeds. Got the cactus. This is all the sandstone. All the sandstone. It blends fairly decently together. They're definitely the right tones. Sometimes we'll see they're off but in tone a little bit, but this one looks like it's good. Let's head on upstairs to the rest of the biome rooms. first up we're gonna, oh, is that popping? It looks like it wants to pop. Maybe we'll go inside and see if it does. A little bit. I think it's just shaded. It's not quite actually popping, but it's really well shaded. Oh my goodness, look at the color in this room. That lava is awesome. Probably one of my favorite lavas so far. That's how lava should look. You know, it should have the darker part of it there because it's cooling down just slightly. So we have the soul sand over there and the gravel, the netherrack and nether quartz. Got the iron bars. They're pretty simple. And then again the nether wart. Oh, look at that! The button! The button pops out! That's great. Oh, I'm gonna have a hard time getting out of here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so here are all the blocks that you probably find in when you're cave dwelling. They've been just slightly reskinned. We have some popping on the... Oh my goodness, look at how much pop is on that rail. Wow, that's amazing looking. The rail looks so cool. Like, I have to say, you know, screw the rest of this room. I just want to look at the rail all day now. That's really cool looking. Alright, so we have all the different types of ores going on. Got some TNT. Got some fairly calm webbing going on. Got some nice shading on the gems. We gotta take a nice look at this ladder here. It's a fairly nice ladder. I think I might have seen, you know, one that's a little bit more 3D, a little bit more poppy, but it looks really good. Got all the types of gems and ore. That button popping out is pretty cool. That's a good idea. Let's go into the Mesa. What do we got going in here? Alright, so we have the red sand and the red sandstone. Doesn't it kind of blends? Like, I mean, there's a little bit of... I kind of wish that they blended together a little bit better, but it looks pretty nice. Got the stained clay, all the different colors going on. Nice subtle textures on those. Got the end now. This is the end stone right here. We've got the obsidian. In a room like this, I think might be where I'm kind of missing the fire on the torches. That's the only downside. It's the only part. Let's go on to the Mushroom Island. Cut the new mushrooms on the mushrooms, but I don't think we're gonna see any changes to the mobs. Got a little bit of change to the mushrooms. Fairly subtle differences with the mycelium. Let's go into the ocean temple. Got some nice animation. I like water that I can somewhat see through like this. I much prefer it like that. Oh, see, now this is a good idea. You see the difference between the holes on the wet sponge and the dry sponge? This is exactly what a dry sponge looks like. It looks like the holes are larger, and it doesn't really, you know, it needs to be able to absorb to expand. So I like that they've gone with realism between these. Can't quite tell, is that window? No, it's not quite popping. Alright, so we have the gold blocks, usually the treasure that you'll find in a ocean temple. Let's move on to the ice plains. What do we have in here? Anything exciting? Alright, so we have some nice little designs on the packed snow and the packed ice. It's the regular ice. Has the same design as the packed ice. That snowball has some nice shading to it. Really pops. Let's go into the flower forest. Oh, everything is redone. This is impressive. And I like the shade. I like the tone that they're going with here. It's not crazy bright. You know, these are some really nice looking flowers. Super subtle design. The right shade. Like, I mean, some flowers are not crazy bright, you know? Some things can be bright, but it doesn't all have to be super bright. Alright, let's head on down to the dungeon. I think we're probably not going to see too much down there, but we'll take a quick look. Yeah, looks like, not really. Got the different pumpkin on the golem, but that's about it. Most of the items are completely reskinned, just not the mobs. Yeah, it looks like they are basically all default. This might be something that is a work in progress. Or it's intended to be matched up with a mob pack. These buttons are pretty cool. Yeah, looks like not much has been changed. Most of the items, oh my goodness. Got some rabbit meat there. All the rabbitses. All the same rabbitses. I'm going to assume that the horses are not done. Let's take a look at the wool. Alright, so we have the different kinds of sheep and the kind of wool that you'll get from them. I really try to look at, you know, the tone that you get from the sheep. I really like being able to tell what kind of wool I'm going to get from the sheep. So when they're not matched up, sometimes that can be frustrating when I'm playing in survival. Really like for them to be somewhat similar or at least closer in tone. And a lot of these have done that, but there's a couple that could probably have a little bit of a different tone. Let's head on up to the very top floor. Take a look at some redstone stuff. Okay. So what do we have here? Let's see if any of this is 3D. Not too much of it. Not quite. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have a certain... Oh, there we go. That one, the comparator, or the daylight sensor, is definitely popping some 3D there. Yeah, so some are just not super 3D, but some are looking really awesome as 3D. Oh, we have oh, I didn't even notice that before. You can see that the slightly 3D on the lamps, the sea lanterns. Although because of the 3D, there's like a little slot in between there that you can somewhat see through. I like these trapdoors. Oh, look at the iron one. That one definitely pops just like the other. Let's take a look at the final mobs. We've got the new Nether portal. Doesn't look like there's any animation coming off of it, but that's fine. I like that it's a nice dark portal. It's a good idea. Got the same wither, or I mean ghast. Same wither. Yeah, so you can see those lamps popping. They're kind of missing that little strip in between the two layers, so that you don't see the rest of the stuff throughout the world. Alright, so let's take a look at the portal. It's definitely 3D. You can see right into the pocket there. It's pretty cool looking. Got a different animation for the actual portal. Spawn Mr. Big Bad, see if there's anything different with him. Nope, looks like we're still the same. That there was Equanimity by Filmjolk. If you want to download this pack, you can find the link to the download in the description of the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm making videos frequently, so you don't want to miss out on those. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you liked about this pack, what your favorite part was, and we'll see you next time.